I probably have. Sorry, I got timed out there. I probably have Zated at least 3 characters, if not more, from that event by itself. And the same thing goes. I mean, I think you work towards your Mother Talzin already, which is good. It's basically the same event, but instead of Night Sisters, you're actually using Ewoks. So you want to keep working your wicket to get through that event and take advantage of getting all those extra Zetas. Now, those would be my focus areas on your roster. Now, as far as your rating team's concerned, or your arena team, I'm sorry, what you have right now, pretty solid team. I can see very Empire-centric, not very focused, because you don't have a lot of meta characters here. And that's understandable. This is actually Emperor Palpatine's a pretty good leader. He's been so for a while. What I would do with you is try to augment that team with good synergy. Asajj Ventress isn't bad. You've actually got a pretty good lineup. Other than that, I'd look for other opportunities that might make you get a little further. And what I would do there is go ahead and take a look at the Sith. Now, with the Sith lineup that you have here, one that sticks out that you're not currently using, that you may consider using, actually you have 2. You have your Darth Nihilus and your Sith Trooper. Now, both are good to have. The one I would focus right now to see if you can get more bang for the buck is Nihilus. Nihilus is historically a very powerful character. You may not find yourself too far in the top 100 with this team, but I would consider swapping him into your lineup wherever you have Ventress and see where it gets you. It may not get you all the way. You may have to learn some strategy along the way, and I can see you've got some gearing to do. But in the grand scheme, I think you might be able to make a little bit of steps in the right direction there. I would see if you can add some speed there. 68 speed's not impressive for modding. I mean, but I think probably in your situation, you probably have a lot of modding to do in general. And seeing here, you've done a good job putting on 5 mods, which is actually pretty important by itself. And you've tweaked up Palpatine a little bit. Let's see where you put your Vader. I would try to add as much speed as you can here, and you've got speed mods, that's good. I would look to your other mods, though. I don't know, one thing I can't see as I'm doing this is look at your entire mod roster. I would look at what type of speeds you got as a secondary stat. Say, for instance, this one, you don't have any secondary speed stat. So if you can do a similar type of mod, but then have a plus 10 or greater speed stat, that would be fantastic. So look for those types of mods in your roster. Again, having a speed on the icon's okay, but you want to actually have more stats. So I'd say this one, that's getting you a decent amount of mileage. If you level it a couple more times, it might get you some more. This one here is getting you a decent amount of mileage with 13 speed. Just keep on working. If you haven't looked at it already, follow the Mods for Dummies video that was posted also on this channel. Do as much as you can to broaden your mod capabilities, because I think that will get you a lot of gains as far as arena is concerned and elsewhere. I mean, tonight I took number 1. I don't know if it's still there, but yeah, it is. It's still at number 1. It's very doable. You just need to make sure you have your mods in there, and you also want to work on some of the tunes I've advised you of as already. So that would be my one of my recommendations too, is work on those mods. Check out that video. Watch it once, watch it 10 times if necessary, until you really feel you got a good handle on modding. Now, as far as your roster for all of your ships here, you've made some good gains. You've focused on a lot of the right things. Houndstooth, good. Phantom 2, very good. I would take that reinforcement up all the way here, if you can, as soon as you can. TIE Silencer, very good. Ghost, very good. You've got a lot of the good starter ones. I would look into, as soon as viable. I mean, I understand you got a lot to work on here. I would look at taking Cassian's U-Wing reinforcement ability all the way up to purple as well. Between that and the Phantom 2, those are ones that you really want to have strong reinforcement abilities in. I would keep working on a lot of the stuff you got at the top of your roster, to be honest. These are all good ships. And similarly, Home 1 is also very good in most regards as well. You're just going to have to play around with it. Eventually, you're going to want the Millennium Falcon, and you're not very far along the path there. You don't have either the Bounty Hunter, either the Egg 2000 or the what's it called? Or the Xanadu Blood yet, which that'll take some time. Don't make those your priority right now. You're going to have to figure out how to live without the Falcon. My suggestion would be maybe look at your TIE Silencer. You've already put some emphasis in it. And it's actually got a good total power. I mean, 60,000, that's nothing to sneeze at. I mean, you look at mine, it's pretty much, if I was looking at the right place, it gets a little confusing. So if I'm not looking at the right thing once in a while. Oh, no, yeah, you're a 4-star. Yeah, keep working that. I mean, definitely hit up this node right here. Focus your time on this specific node 3F. Make that your Cantina battle for the foreseeable future. You will get a lot. I would say this is the single best Cantina node available to people who are working if you don't have one of the two things, because you'll get a lot of shard swap currency even if you're maxed out on one year, either your crew or your his ship. Keep working that. That would be my recommendation from there. I mean, your situation is a little different. You know, you step away from the game, you miss several metas, and you come back and everything's a little different now. A lot of ways you can go. To recap, first I would focus on getting your Separatists, getting your Padme next time out. I would try to make that one of your priorities. Next priority, I would focus on getting on your Jedi training rate. That's a huge rating boost you'd get right there, and that'll make you viable. I mean, if you want to come over to Dark Phoenix Squadron and do some raiding with us when the time comes, that'll definitely up your street cred if you can get that there. After that, bounty hunters, Ewoks, try to max them out. Get as many of these Hero's Journey characters as you can pack under your belt here. You've already got Commander Luke Skywalker. Now you just need to boost that. Now, if you get around to it, eventually here, you're going to be able to focus on your Old Republic stuff. And I'm hitting buttons all over the place. Just bear with me a minute. But eventually you'll be able to get to things like the Old Republic tunes in your Sith Empire. And right now, you just don't have anything. So that's why I'm not recommending you spend a whole lot of time in there, because you just don't have a lot in that direction to really get there. So, I mean, when we look at things like Jedi Knight Revan and your Darth Revan teams with Malak, those are the meta these days. But as far as what's close to you and what's far away, that looks pretty far away right now. It's going to take a lot of farming. I would not recommend going that route until you have a lot of the groundwork I've already discussed established. So now, looking at that Cantina battle I've been stomping my foot on, always get that one as much as you can here, because there's a Kylo Ren shard. Sometimes you get both, sometimes you get one or the other. The amount, as you can see here, since I've been doing it, I've been getting quite a lot of shards in that category. So you want to keep working it, keep getting the shard shop for stuff you need. As you get these 7-star tunes, you also have the ability to use the shard shop. Get all the gear you can, farm crystals to the extent you can, keep in the stores, keep getting the stuff you need, look for the things you don't have that you need, pick them up where you can, do energy refreshes once in a while. If you got the crystals available, do your energy refreshes, work towards your goal. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and just keep on banging away Kylo Ren Unmasked. Give you an idea. Look at that. We just got almost 20 of each of the shards here. You can see why I love that node. And now that I've done that node so many times, I also get more shards for the shard shop that I can use to pick up even more gear. You can see how the cycle works. Now, being that you're not at the same place I am roster-wise, you won't get as many shards, of course. But keep working these things, and you'll get there. I like to keep repeating the phrase, Rome wasn't built in a day, neither was a 4.8 roster. It's something that will take you time. I just recommend you buckle down, focus on a few areas, and then once you're satisfied with those areas, move on, set milestones. If anything, if you just want to take the time to write down on a piece of paper your goal sheet. Okay, first of all, I want to focus on, for instance, my Separatists. I want to get Padme the next time she comes out, and this is what I need to do her. And then you want to say, okay, now I'm going to focus my bounty hunters. I want to make sure I get Chewbacca. This is what I need to get there. This is all the tunes I need to get there. Here's the steps I need to take to get there. Okay, now I want to focus C-3PO. These are the Ewoks I need to build up. Here's how I'm going to do it. Here's where. And just keep on stepping it up like that. Set milestones for yourself, and you'll move forward. That's pretty much wraps it up. I hope it answered some of your questions. I know we went through a lot of detail here. If you have any questions, please go ahead and post them in the line chat. We'll try to address them as we can. But anyway, thank you for watching. This is Star Saber signing off.